Hey guys, it's TF Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing another action figure review. This time it's going to be of the Bandai Tamashii Nations S.H Figuarts Dragon Ball Super Saiyan God Son Goku. Saiyan God instilled with the light of righteous hearts. I'm not reading all of that again. That is a mouthful. That's not going to the title either. This is just this year's Super Saiyan God Goku. I believe, I don't know exactly what's different between this and the last Super Saiyan God Goku, but this is basically a re-release here, and I didn't get this until recently. It came out a few months ago. I was able to get Gohan, the new kid Gohan, which I'm glad about that, but I was not able to get this in the Japanese pre-orders, which is fine. I was willing to wait for this one. This looks really nice, and now I finally have Super Saiyan God Goku. I wanted to get this one for a while. So, let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging. Very standard with the Dragon Ball line. Figure in the box. You do have the images of the figure on the side. It says S.H Figuarts and the name of the character and which version of the character this is. Looking here, it does say ages 15 and up on the front here. Bandai Tamashii Nations Dragon Ball Super logo, the Toei Animation logo, as well as Japan, made in China. Right there. On this side, not much going on. It's just a lot of that wording we saw earlier, and then all of that wording. Wow, they really fitted it all, didn't they? That's crazy. And then on this side, it's just some continued images right there of the actual figure. On top here, you get to see what was on, the front, continued here. That is just an image of the face. Another image of that face, as well as it says, Super Saiyan God Son Goku. Looking here on the back, you do have a lot of different posing and some of the different accessories featured. And then down here, you get that bluefin distribution sticker right there for ages 15 and up, as well as Bandai Namco and a barcode, just in case you need that. So let's go ahead and get this figure out of the packaging. And here is the figure out of the packaging, and surprise, surprise, it is another 2.0 Goku. A lot of us knew it was going to be like this, so I'm not really mad about it at all, and I'm glad to finally have a Super Saiyan God Goku in my collection. But compared to this, between, like, say, the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku, it does feel slightly different in some ways. That's the one I'm probably going to make the most comparisons with here. But, again, this is very much a Goku that a lot of us are familiar with. Let's take a look at the accessories, then we'll take a close look at the figure. Standard affair with a lot of S.H. Figuarts Goku figures. We have these flat hands where the fingers are together. I do like that they still are really nicely detailed. You have detailing on the back of the fingers, on the knuckles there, and then those fingernails too, if I can focus up. And then we do also have detailing on the palm. These, depending on how the light hits it, I feel like these are a little too glossy, but they still look pretty good. Then you have these more action expressive, like clenched finger type of hands. I have a speck on the palm there. It's a little weird. Detailing again is really nice overall, like on the back of the knuckles there. I never know what this move is supposed to be exactly, but it's the fingers sticking out with the ring and pinky finger tucked in, these kind of hands, and they still look pretty good. That thumbnail looks like it's really protruding there. Never noticed that. But also, then we have these exact same type of blasting hands with nice creases in the palms. Again, guys, they're the exact same hands that we've gotten many times before. Just going over them quick. Now with the faces. I don't know if I love every single, like, how these faces are done entirely. They're all done where, like, the face looks a little rounded. I think depending on screen grabs, it is accurate, but something about these exact faces, all of them, to me, look just a little bit off. But I can't put my finger on it, so I'm not going to complain too much. This is a gritting teeth, angrier face here. We do have really nice pupils. The red in the eyes look great. And then we have the red eyebrows. And then the paint in the teeth with the mouth there is good too, and that ear detail is nice. Then we have this face here where this one and this also, they're just looking to the left. We don't really have that many like neutral or fighting looking straight forward faces for some reason. But this looks very much to the left when it's doing like an attack pose. And the eyes look pretty good again. And the separation of the teeth and tongue in there is also really good. Last but certainly not least, a looking straightforward smiling face, which this one actually looks really good, so I dig this. I might pose this with this face more, honestly. But like the creasing or like the line work underneath the eyes and around the eyebrows, once again, oh, that looks really nice. I made sure to double check before starting this part, and yes, this is the exact same release from the original Super Saiyan God Goku. I am not familiar with that release that much because I never owned it, but this here, again, very much 2.0 Goku here. Not that I dislike this body, but a lot of us think it's time to retire it. But it's still pretty good for what we have here, and we knew this was going to be this type of re-release, so I willingly bought it knowing that. So it's not something I can complain about too much. Now, I'm not going to do comparisons all day between these two, but the biggest difference I notice, and it's a little bit hard to tell. When we look at the chests here, they do look a little bit different. It looks like we have deeper levels of detail in the wrinkles in the shirt here. This is a weird speck there. And then just, these look very similar, but you can tell the placement of creases. And it's a little bit hard to see, but like the detailing of how deep some of the biceps, like that detail is compared to this one here, you can kind of see it a little bit better like that. You can definitely look at both bicep sections and see that's a little bit more of an indent going on in here. And then looking on the side, I feel like this is sticking out a little bit more where my index finger is. And then, yeah, the way that these things crease up, there's a little bit more unevenness going on here. And then I look at the rest, and like the stomach looks the same. I think the biceps might be the same too. I think the shoulder pads might be slightly different, ever so slightly. I think the fists are the exact same. The legs are definitely the same. I looked at these very hard, and they are the exact same type of creasing. The belt pieces are different though, so I don't know. Does it look like the stomach is a little bit more lifted up on the Super Saiyan God version because of that? But I don't really know. The crotch pieces are also, it's a little bit, this is getting in the way, but crotch pieces are also the exact same, I'm pretty sure. The way that the boots, they might be a little bit different. But make no mistake, this is a 2.0 Goku. And I'm glad to have both of these looks though. Like, these look really sick, and I'm sure that these are pretty interchangeable with each other. This face that it comes packaged with is looking off to the left. It's a little subtle, but I do wish we came with that this came with more of a looking straight forward type of face. But oh well. And then they have this gloss finish, or it's either a gloss finish in the paint or the way they molded this has a gloss finish in the red. It actually looks really nice there. Again, I feel like the face might be too rounded, but I've seen conflicting types of screenshots where his face looks rounded in some and doesn't in others, so I can't complain about that too much again. The gi is really well done. I think the printing right here looking really clean. Nice separation of the colors with the blue going on there, and the skin tone seems pretty consistent throughout this whole figure. One thing is that you'll notice in some areas, like going around here, there's shading going towards the armpit in there, and then shading where it's getting tucked in there. Darker orange shading around the pants, like on the front here. Not much on the back, unfortunately. But again, like how the details and the muscles are done, a lot of us have seen this by now. But these little cuff pieces are done. These fists have always been pretty good, so no complaints exactly there. And the back section there, nice wrinkles coming off of this waistband here, looking really nice. Lots of wrinkles in the pants once again on the back, that detailing going on there. And then these boots have really nice color going on, nice red, dark blue going on in there. That's what the top of the feet look like, a little bit of a speck going on with the red there on the toe section. Something's going on here in that joint. And then the bottom of the feet look pretty nice, and they have some printing on there. So I breezed through this really fast. I don't usually do that. Again, some nice creasing in the hair, I guess, and some muscles in the neck. You guys, it's 2.0 Goku. I'm killing two birds with one stone by showing you what this looks like without the faceplate and hairpiece. We do have that standard system of this ball joint going into the head, and then there's a peg going into this neck, and there's a hinge here. I believe this is the exact same as many other 2.0 Gokus. It seems a little different to me, but I've tested out the range of motion. There's not much different here. So, head can go up that far. Even with the extra neck articulation going into the body, it goes down this far. Yeah, not that great. And you can kind of make it go side to side, and that's, peg in there is going to be a little bit difficult to make it swivel and go side to side. But, tilt's fine. Rotation is fine too. Forward and back motion going on here where we have orange there. I believe it's in a skin tone. Yeah, it's a skin tone going on with Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku. You can push it forward though. Arms can go all the way around here. Then these shoulder pads do move here in these, these ball joints going into the shoulder. That's as far out as it wants to go there. Upper arm swivel, you do get the double jointed elbow. And then we have a swivel and hinge at the wrist, which is a little bit difficult for me to do, but you guys are familiar with that. 2 sections of ball joints. Can really only lift up a little bit like this. Back actually not too bad. Side to side a little bit. And then there is like really not much extra at the actual waist. It's really just a swivel. So yeah, that combined range of motion, I mean, it's not broken, but it'll pop off if you go too hard with it. Legs go forward like that, and then you go back like that, and then you guys are familiar with how these more loose pieces work. And then splits are actually a little bit difficult to do on this one here. Upper thigh swivel, double jointed knee. It's a little bit harder to bend on this one. Then we have a ball joint going on in here, so it swivels and pivots a little bit up and down. Could be better. Swivel's fine, and the pivot's fine. Towel hands right there. Measuring out the figure gets a little complicated like usual because of the top of the hair is really tall, but that's around 15 centimeters, so you're looking at a little under 6 inches for this figure. It's going to be the same height as these other Gokus that I have right here, and on the left and right we have standard size Black Series and Marvel Legends figures. Black Series is going to be around the same height, Marvel Legends is going to be a little taller. Bottom line, this is pretty much the exact same 2.0 Goku style figure we've been getting for many years. This is the exact same figure as before. They just did some different things, I believe, in terms of paint apps. I believe the exact same accessories as before, and this is just charged at $35. So this here, it's not a bad figure, of course. I knew it was going to be a 2.0 Goku, and I think it's really good for what it is. The thing is that I'm kind of ready for them to just overhaul it and give us 3.0, which really isn't happening anytime soon. They do not want to shy away from this mold. If that is a make or break situation for you, then maybe consider other third-party ones like Demon Aquafit or something that are starting to do 3.0, or wait until Bandai catches up with their own figures, which is kind of insane to say that. This is definitely not a bad figure. It's just, if you really like 2.0, you're going to get this and you're going to really like it. If you're kind of wanting a change, maybe skip out on this one. But it's cheap and it comes with nice accessories, and the articulation is still good. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Comment down below what you think about the figure, what you think about the review. Leave a like, share amongst your friends. Follow me on Instagram for more content over there, and I will see you guys later.